Alright, so I've mentioned my love of McMillen games before, what with Binding of Isaac and Super Meat Boy, but today I want to try a newer game from McMillen that recently came out for the Nintendo Switch, or, well, I guess it's not that recent, but it is the most recent release from him for the Nintendo Switch, and that is The End Is Nigh.
Okay, we're going to load up one of my favorite games here. Here we have The End Is Nigh. It's a classic, old-school platforming game, and, it's one of my favorites. One of my favorite games.
Now, this is a game that is a spiritual successor to Super Meat Boy, is my understanding, so let's go ahead and play a little bit of it, and I will let you know what I think. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at, I don't know, maybe like the first, 5-10 minutes maybe of The End Is Nigh. Pretty excited to play this one. Again, I am a big fan of McMillen games, so, I'm hoping that I have as, great a fondness for this as I did for, Binding of Isaac or Super Meat Boy. And Tyler Glale, I guess I should say also. It's probably dismissive just to say McMillen games, so. It's pretty dreary. I already sort of like the music, though. It's not too shabby. See if we can go ahead and get into The End Is Nigh and what to expect from this platformer. That's kind of cute. And sad.
Okay, we're going to load up one of my favorite games here.
I was
here
not
we
expecting
have
voice acting, but alright.
End Is Nigh. It's a classic, old-school platforming game, and, it's one of my favorites. One of my favorite games. You got your classic controls, you got your jumping, you got your going... Oh, shit. Oh, no, no! No, 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 no! No! Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Oh, God, no, this can't be broke. Here, let me get the cartridge out. Okay. Oh, no, it's still not working. Oh, fuck! Fuck, what am I gonna do? Fuck! Dear anybody reading this, I'm probably dead. That wouldn't be surprising. Everybody else is. There was some kind of apocalypse.
Something's pretty dark.
And all that was left was me. Well, most of me. All in all, hasn't been so bad. Till yesterday. My favorite game cartridge finally broke. So I think I'm gonna go out and make a friend.
Pretty uplifting.
I'll have to go out there.
He's like a dude
outside.
on a mission. That's cool.
It's a dangerous, twisted place full of death, decay, and death mostly. But you know what? Imagine all the fun we'll have, me and my friend, Collecting tumors, spitting teeth for distance. Hey, if I do it right, repopulate the world.
Nice, I guess.
Won't be easy, but I have nothing left to lose, except my other eye. Oh well, fuck it.
Alright, here we go. Jeez, can I play a different game right now? They're like mini games. Try this one. Alrighty. Onward and upward. Or onward, at least. Oh, this is starting off swimmingly. Alright. Hooray! The first one. Okay, it's not bad. Alright, so little taps, little jumps, longer holds, bigger jumps. It's weird that I like getting on corners and stuff. Okay, this is going pretty well so far, despite that initial death. not as easy as I thought it was. There we go. I'll get that. Sort of. Spikes are bad. So close. One of the corners. I feel like this is going to be a trend for this game in a big way. Lots of death. I'm just overcomplicating this. Oh no, there we go. Alrighty, just don't mess this up and it's gonna be good. There we go. What is this? Is that momentum? Ugh. That's probably not it. There we go. Staying off the wall, I pull out from it, and then I do a jump and go like super far. Oh, okay, so I guess you lean off from the corner then. Pull out method. Classic. Okay, there we go. Ooh, that was close. So there's a corner over there. I didn't even make it that time. Alright. Keep hitting the spike and not the corner. Ah. Nice. That's alright. mechanics are pretty let's try that one more time. Now that I know these blocks. So right off the bat, what I will say about The End is Nigh is it has a really simple aesthetic about it, and I really, really love games that sort of have a very simple art style about them. And The End is Nigh totally has that going for it. And that's the thing, while the art style may be simplistic, the controls and the mechanics behind controlling Ash are deceptively simple, but they rapidly ramp up in difficulty. It's one of those sort of, easy to learn, difficult to master sort of things, I suppose. Essentially, as I already showed you, you've got, like the long jump, then you've got sort of a taller jump, and then you can hang from ledges. And I believe you also get the ability to sort of like dive bomb as well. It's definitely nowhere near as fast as Super Meat Boy, but that doesn't necessarily mean the challenge is, that much diminished, despite the fact that it's a little bit less chaotic. In fact, I would say it almost just goes completely the other direction, where you have to be a little bit more slow on purpose and methodical and really think about the environment and how that's going to react to your movement. I thought it was really interesting that in some of the levels that you play in The End is Nigh, that you sort of have, platforms that, the timing of how they actually move becomes pivotal. One, if you just want to get to the end of the screen at all, but especially so if you just want to like shave milliseconds off of your time and the maneuvers that you do if you want to actually grab a tumor and then, continue to make your way through. I was a little bit surprised at sort of the graphic nature, or I guess the language and like the writing of the opening level. I mean, it's not that I necessarily wouldn't expect that based on my past experience with McMillen games or anything like that, but I was just, a little bit surprised by it, I guess. I did not really expect any voice acting or anything like that, obviously. And as far as like, the dialogue, whenever you encounter NPCs throughout the various worlds and everything, that sort of humor and that quirky style is completely in line with the things that I find appealing and funny. And the music's sort of like quietly and unnervingly frantic. I don't know, it just reminds me of like the strings, I guess, or something in The Dark Knight, where it just sort of keeps rising and rising and becoming, a little bit more unnerving. It's not, I wouldn't say it gets, grating or annoying, and that's the thing. I mean, music is so pivotal in games like this, especially where you're going to be dying a lot and repeating things a lot as you try to like learn patterns and everything. So I just think it's a testament to their good design that they have musical selections that aren't going to slowly drive you bonkers while you're also navigating hundreds or thousands of deaths as you get through this. And one of the things I like is I do like that it will show you how many deaths you've encountered on the menu whenever you actually back out for your save. It's both sobering and also sort of like a badge of honor, I guess, to see how many times you're willing to let yourself get completely brutalized, in service to trying to complete this game, I guess. I will say though, man, like it's a dark and dreary game, and I mean rightfully so with a name like The End is Nigh. But I don't think it ever really gets too dour on account of a fair amount of humor in there and everything. So, but definitely sort of a downer. It's not really a real happy, sort of cheery, sort of platforming backdrop for you to play against, I suppose. But I mean, it's definitely an enjoyable aesthetic. Again, I like the simple art style. I think the mechanics are super solid, even though you have to consciously remember to move a little bit slower and more methodically as you learn the mechanics of each screen that you come across. And ultimately, I'm just having a lot of fun with it, man. Like, I really, so far, am digging The End is Nigh. I was very skeptical at first because it looked sort of slow. Whenever I saw some of the early footage of it, I was not 100% sold on this game, but after having gotten my hands on it, it's amazing how much time will fly by as you are just sort of coming to grips with the mechanics and everything, and it just sort of sucks you in, man. Like, it's a really solid title so far. I'm having a great time with it. But enough about what I think. What do you think of The End is Nigh? Have you had a chance to play it? Are you holding off? Has this video given you any desire to go check it out for yourself? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and keep it right here on Geeks Podcast for more geeks, games, and gear. And we will see you on the next one. All right, later.